Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Crazercat. If you're brand new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. I just now realized I forgot to pull that up. Sorry, give me a second here. Last minute stuff to pull up here. Oh, that's not what I want. I want that. Gotcha. There we go. Anyway, but happy Monday, everybody. We're actually sticking with the schedule for once. I know. Miracle, right? Monday at 7:30. But we are here regardless, nonetheless. For those who don't know what the schedule is, this is what we usually do on our schedule. Pretty simple. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, we do what we call Crazercat Plays. That's where we will hang around, we'll play or do whatever we want. A lot of times we'll do game campaigns. Sometimes we'll do things like interactive stuff with you guys. Maybe we'll just chill and and shoot the breeze. You never know. And then on Saturdays, depending on what time tournament is being held, either at 1 p.m. or 7 p.m. Central, we will go live for warm-ups for our weekly Super Mario Brothers 35 continued interest server tournaments. So that is our schedule. We just had that a couple of days ago, obviously. And Crazer, once again, to recap, did not make the leaderboard. Oh. I'd also like to take a moment to, well, that's not important. Anyway, we're changing up the music tonight. Something more lax. This sounds like something from an SNES game. I am moving on to the next track. Anyway. Anyways, more about me if you haven't been here before. I like to refer to myself as a goat geek of all trades because I dabble in a little bit of everything. I am a gamer, a streamer. I do sketch art from time to time. I build and wear my own cosplays at conventions. For my real life daytime job, I literally work on computers. I fix computers. I'm not joking. I like Star Trek, Star Wars, anime, and manga, comic books, the MCU, and DC. Yeah, I dabble in a little bit of all things geeky. So, sorry, this has been a long day. I want to give a shout out. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Like I said, long friggin' day. And my mother's calling right now. Give me a minute. It always picks the days I wind up streaming. Anyway. My mother likes to just check in every once in a while. Sometimes it's and I don't mind talking with my mother. I mean, I'm in my mid to late 30s, but I don't mind hearing from mom or from any of my family in all actuality. I'll just chat with her back and forth here. She likes to do the whole video chat thing. Matter of fact, a few weeks ago, she video chatted me literally as I was about, literally inches from hitting go live. So I had to push stream back a little bit because I didn't want her to think I was, that I was ignoring her or whatever. Sorry, I'm responding to my mother here in a Facebook chat. She likes to check in every once in a while. She's asking if I'd heard. I just actually found out, technically I found out yesterday, but I've been a little confused about the situation. Somebody I knew in high school passed away. A guy by the name of Steve. I was a little confused because one of the classmates I graduated with, her name is Michelle, called him Beeve, and I thought, okay, I know who Beeve is, and because there was a guy who had in that same class that had the last name of Beaver. I thought she was referring to him, but then I went looking for the obituary. Come to find out, yeah, he had passed away too, but back in 2015. The way Michelle had been talking about it made me think it was something that just recently happened, but and this guy was his mom was the school secretary too, and she's been a good family friend of ours. She lost her husband, and now she's lost her son, so I feel really bad for her. But but we're here tonight. We're gonna be a couple of weeks ago we finally finished up with the Halo series, and this week we're starting a new game series. I know we still have Final Fantasy VI to go back through, as well as Metal Gear Solid. We'll get to those though eventually here. Work back around to them, but tonight I felt like we could switch it up a little bit. We're going to be doing a game, another Square Enix game. One that you guys don't hear me talk a lot about, but at the same time, this is a game I absolutely adore. It was the original two games were released on the Nintendo 3DS. We're going to be using an emulator for that here tonight. It's called Bravely Default. It's very much in the same vein as Final Fantasy: The Four Warriors of Light. Matter of fact, it uses very similar graphics, like the chibis, like the little chibi character. Got great voice acting, including the likes of, oh god, what the hell is the name? Some of these voice actors I don't remember the voice. Oh, Bryce Papenbrook. He plays the character of Tiz. Sorry, if I'm pausing for a moment, I'm getting messages from my mother. She likes to check in, so I'm just trying to hold a conversation with you guys and with her. Multitasking is a fail tonight, I guess, or at least but you can't blame me for not trying. So, sorry, I'm gonna put my phone down here. Anyways, I am going to we're gonna go ahead and kill the music here because we're gonna get ready to switch over here. So just some simple details about Bravely Default before we get started. It's very much an old school turn-based RPG, much like Final Fantasy always has. Has been for many years. Maybe not so much anymore, but this one has kind of a twist to it. It adds a point system to the turn-based fighting. That if you store up your, like if you go into defense mode, like you decide not to attack and you go into defense mode to protect yourself, not only are you like many other turn-based RPGs, not only are you um, making sure that your party is not being hit with as much damage, but it stores up these points called brave points, and brave points can be used so that you can use your character like for one individual character. Um, for example, you can attack with that character up to 4 times. So it's kind of a neat twist on the old school RPG battle systems. Um, it does offer like uh, throughout the game, like you face off against uh, various various bosses that give you these things called asterisks, which teaches you new jobs like the black mage, the white mage, the knight, the red mage, or whatever. Give me a second. Hold on. You have heard that he was going to the basement and this Sorry, I'm like I said, I'm trying to hold a conversation both with you guys and my mother, finding out more about this guy I knew in high school that's passed. So my mother likes to check in, you know, every once in a while. I mean, a lot of mothers do. I think she's kind of uh, moved up her game because it used to be like every other week. Now it feels like it's every week, at least once a week. So, but that's mothers for you. A lot of them will do what they can to look after their kids, no matter how old they are. I could probably, as long as she's still alive, I could wind up in my 70s, and she would still try to get in touch with me, as long as she's in decent enough health, both mind, body, and soul, and make sure I'm okay. But God bless my mother. My dad does. My dad does that every once in a while. He doesn't do it as much. They're both divorced, but uh, I and she's the one that usually keeps in touch with us. My mom is the one that keeps in touch with us. My dad, my sister, and I are usually kind of crappy when it comes to keeping in touch with everyone else. And I've tried to tell my dad and my sister, yeah, I'm gonna try and do better to reach out to you. I'm not perfect, guys, but I try. That's all you can do. Before we get started, though, as always, that link down at the bottom of your screen that will take you to my Extra Life donation page. Extra Life is a group that allows gamers and streamers to raise money for charities, namely and specifically for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. I am specifically raising money for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital located in Iowa City, Iowa, the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. This is a hospital I've been raising money for the last 4 or 5 years. It has been my honor and privilege to do so. And I've actually been branching out quite a bit as well uh, because now extra live streamers that are streaming, that are raising money for that hospital are getting to do some pretty cool things uh, in collaboration with the hospital to help entertain the kids, make them feel better, while they're there, and so on. Namely, a couple of weeks ago, I got to participate in a Zoom call where I was broadcasting um, through Zoom, and I was giving the kids a game tutorial, specifically how to tackle the final dungeon in Final Fantasy VI, and it was broadcast uh, my tutorial was broadcast live on the closed circuit TV system there at the hospital. So I had kids watching me. So and as far as I know, I've been told it went pretty well, at least from the hospital standpoint. So it is my intent to continue doing more of those for the kids as long as they allow it. But let's get switched over here. So we got a little bit of a different layout for our 3DS streams. We've got where am I here? Can't even find my mouse. Okay, I'm gonna exit out of here and go back into it. I'm using a 3DS emulator called Citra Nightly. So this screen right here where my mouse is on, this is going to be the top screen. And this screen down here, where my mouse is on now, is going to be the lower screen. That way, with 3DS games, you can see both. So, but I've already been playing a little bit of this on the file. But that's okay. I definitely encourage you guys to check this game out. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of surprises and twists. And the music you're hearing throughout this game is actually the same group that does the music for the anime Attack on Titan. I think they're called Linked Horizon. Thank you, bot. But everybody take a moment, soak this music in. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to say no. And we're not really in it for the difficulty or the challenge. We're here for the story, so we're just going to keep it at easy. We're going to leave auto save as on. And here we go, guys.
In those eyes. How do I put it? They've a strong sense of duty. Like whatever you start, you'll always see through, no matter what. If you'll permit me, there's something I'd very much like to show you. But first, I just need to hear it from you. Say that you'll stay till the very end. With that done, let's get you on your way.
Fairies are going to be a big part of this game. Sad thing is, there's only 2 fairies here. The one you just saw. And we're going to meet another one here very shortly. First things first, we have to be introduced to our soon-to-be warriors of light.
The crystal's glow wanes by the hour.
Its fading light augurs a greater darkness.
Something must be done.
Leave all to me. Agnes Oblige, servant and vessel to the Crystal of Wind. The crystal's light is mother to all creation, to all life. Purified by the Vestal's rites, their incandescence wards the world from disaster. And so I pray, now as ever before, and onward till the years take me. What the world? Yo, please! Protect the Vestal, hurry! Let our bodies be her shield! The darkness overflows!
Very grim to start off. Yikes.
A fine sea breeze. Foretelling its death is a hoax in poor taste. I'm Ringabel, or so they call me. I've no memory, you see. A bit cruel, eh?
Hence the name Ring a Bell.
You haven't a clue to your past. None save this book.
And that book is going to be very important, by the way.
Only the future. And more importantly, a woman. We've yet to meet, and I'm in love. My angel of fate. Could she be nearby?
Master Kami Izumi, please do me this honor. One final test of skill. My name is Adia Lee, daughter of the Templar. I take pride in that fact, in my blood. Yet, my father...
You've a long road ahead. Make for Kaldisla. The Vestal of Wind has been sighted there. For your father. And for your
And for those of you Naruto fans, yes. Kami Izumi,
Where the citrus side.
the voice actor for Master Kami Izumi, is the same voice actor for Gaara. Sorry, just making sure my pups are staying out of trouble.
A proven warrior.
And lastly, here we have our Kirito, our lead male of the story.
I'm Tiz Orier. Watch you don't fall! And
Me?
that's my brother Till. We're
Bryce
shepherds in the
Pappenbrook.
sleepy village of Narende. This is how things had always been, and how they'd be forever after. That's what I thought.
Until...
Give me your other hand!
Let me go! We'll both fall at this rate!
I'm not losing you ever! Now hurry and give me your hand!
And thus we begin our story. Our introduction on the precipice of despair. Sorry.
Finally awake, are you? You've been out a full week. I serve as captain of the Kaldislan Guard. My name is Owen. Can you tell me yours?
Tiz.
You were found unconscious in the ravine near Norende. I take it that was your home? Norende?
We'll turn on the,
I must ask you to stay calm. Your village is gone. A great chasm opened in the earth, and all of Norende was swallowed up in
turn on
darkness.
the, auto.
You were spared, but the others... Pray, do not think on it now. You need your rest. There will be time for mourning later.
Trust me.
Little fellow's back with us then?
Aye, and all alone in the world. And past that solitude, what? Guilt at surviving? Pitiable lad. The king will be expecting my report. Keep watch on him a while, father.
So here we take control of Tiz, again, voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, who has played roles like Kirito in Sword Art Online, as well as, more recently, he is, oh god, I'm not as familiar with some of the characters from Demon Slayer. He's not Zenitsu, but he's Inosuke. That's Inosuke. The guy that wears the boar on his head, boar head on his, the mask thing. Should you be up and about yet? Don't push yourself now. 1 second here. Sorry. Once again, trying to multitask here. Welcome to Kaldisla, the land of beginning. Please take note of the interesting character there that's standing there in red. Anytime you see one of these guys right here, this is an adventurer. You speak with them, and you have the option to save. So we're actually going to save right now just to get our file started. Once you get further into the story, you can actually speak with the adventurer about getting certain items and doing other things as well. Now, as you guys can see on the lower screen right above my head, the map will usually give you an idea of where you're going to be heading. We are actually going to talk with the king of Kaldisla. Jolly old fellow at that.
Ah, the Norende boy. Tiz, was it? Owen spoke of you. I offer my deepest regrets for your loss. I cannot ease your pain, but time may. Stay and rest all you need.
Your Highness is so very kind. But my plan is to leave for the village straight away.
Admirable, lad. But danger hounds the road to Norende. That gaping maw has drawn beasts of all stripe to it. It's overrun with monsters.
There may be survivors. All the more reason I must go. Someone out there may be waiting for help.
Very well, though it shames me to send you off alone. I'd lend a portion of my guard, but these cursed knights of the Eternian sky are riddling my kingdom with cannonballs.
I'll manage on my own. Thank you, Your Highness.
Do be careful, child, and know that you've a place here when you return.
Alright. So our first goal here is going to be we're going to head over to Norende, or whatever may remain of it. While we're here, oh, we only have... So just like in any other RPG, we've got, well, you can't really see, but here at the top you have item, we have magic, which we'll be learning a little bit more later, job, obviously we'll be getting more of that later, maybe even during this stream, and I'll show you how that works. Ability, that kind of goes along with job, we'll tell you more about that here shortly. We're just going to equip right now. By default, it comes with a dagger, but for a little bit better attack, we're going to give him a broadsword here. Alright, so... Now behold your ears. The world map music. Now, much in the same vein as the recent Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, in this game you can choose to avoid all random battles, or you can choose to have double the risk of those. I'm going to show you a little bit of how things work with the battle system. So, keep following my mouse here. Over on the lower screen, right below Tiz, you see how it has this number 0? If we do attack, it's going to go to -1 points. Now, let's say, well, right now all we can do is attack. We're going to earn... Now, it's not called Gil in this. The money in this game is called Pig. PG. Pig. We earned a couple of points towards the freelancer job, which is the default for anybody. Keep note of the fact that the map on the lower screen oh, goodness gracious. Ugh. So here you go. So Brave. Use the turns you banked or take future turns in advance to perform multiple actions in a single turn. Use it when the time is right to drop the hammer on tough foes. Try using Brave to attack twice. So what you do is you hit that up to 3 times, which will allow you 4 attacks. Well, because of the fact that we are now -2, we have to wait a little bit longer. See, your BP is now -1 because you used Brave last turn. That means you can't do anything this turn. They get to attack you again. There is a positive and a negative to this system. Now this time, we're going to say default. So defaulting adds 1 Brave point to your reserve, meaning you can use Brave once and still act the next turn. You can take advantage of the Brave and default system to minimize the damage you take and then unleash a flurry of attacks in a single turn. That was more of a tutorial battle, so we don't get to finish, let alone get any experience or anything out of it. So let's see it a little bit more in action. So I'm gonna default here, which is gonna store up a couple of brave points. Now, because of the fact that I didn't take any damage, usually you would also potentially get some bonuses. That's not the case here, since we're still early on in the game. I'm going to hold off on... Actually, hold that thought. So as I said earlier, this is a game where you can literally go in, you can tell it under difficulty your encounter rate. You can set it to 100%, which is basically double what you normally would get. Or you can set it all the way down to negative 100, meaning you won't get any. So, right now, we can run around to our heart's content in the Nerende Ravine without the fear of running into a random attack. For the moment, that'll get us started. I say that because, well, someone's going to be joining our group here in a minute. We got some more Peeg. Now on the map above my head, you see already we have the little yellow speech bubble with the exclamation mark. That's where we need to go. Now I mentioned earlier, this is another adventurer right here. But notice how this adventurer is green. So, Bravely Default has a sequel game called Bravely Second. And because of that game, I will tell you that the reason why this adventurer right here, right now is green, there is a reason for it. So, if there is a reason for blah blah blah. This guy is green for a reason. And we're going to find out more about that in the game Bravely Second. And I will literally use this clip. I will flash it back. But there is a reason why this adventure is green as opposed to red. And it is because of the game Bravely Second. But he's... Keep this with you always. This item is going to be very, very special. This is hope, you see. It's from those who care about you. You're probably wondering, who cares about a kid from Nerende who's lost all of his friends and family? We're going to find out more about this when we play Bravely Second. So this hourglass allows us to do something called Bravely Second. It allows us to break from turn-based combat conventions and act at any time. While entering the commands or while the battle's raging, it doesn't matter. Just hit the start button and it's your turn anytime. Stop time for everyone but you. That's the power of Bravely Second. But it requires this thing called sleep points. Which, if this was being played on a normal 3DS, you could earn those sleep points by simply putting the 3DS to sleep. Feeling impatient? there's a menu where you can click on this icon over here, this S, and you can get a special SP drink, which fills that up. Now when we come back, this guy should be red, like normal. This is because again, reason why he's green. Wow.
Can you hear my prayers? Wherever you are, whoever you are. Can you see the wound torn open before me? Please, let the walls of the world collapse no further. Let me be strong enough to stem this flood.
You there. If you know something, tell me, please. What caused that chasm? Did anyone else survive? Surely at least a few others. I need information. Anything. My parents were there. My friends. Everyone. Just living their normal, boring lives. I won't accept that all those lives have ended. Not without a search.
You alone survived. I am sorry. I am sorry.
I found you! You've been found! I've the eyes of a hawk! And the nose of 7 wolves!
7 wolves that wasted the last week sniffing at dead ends. Now stop yapping and go fetch.
I know, woman! And I take no orders from you! No orders!
An Eternian airship?
The Sky Knights! I thought I'd covered my trail. Go, now! It's me they want.
What? Why?
I'll not involve an innocent bystander.
Cannon fire? This is madness! This way!
What?
See, look. He's red now. Keep that in mind.
Quit darting about! Taking cover is for the weak! Stand your ground! There are only 2 tactics a real warrior needs. Frontal assault and death by frontal assault!
Listen to yourself in a froth over a little girl. I'm so very tired of talk. Now, are any of you man enough to go down there and get her?
Yes, ma'am. Leave it to me.
Good boy. Bring her back, and I may just reward you. But be quick about it. I'm opening fire as soon as I forget about you, and have a short memory for dawdlers.
Yes'm.
Yes'm.
This boy has nothing to do with me. Let him go.
On the contrary.
The type to listen. Here they come!
Now the neat thing about Bravely Default is it was actually designed as well to be played with one hand. So you can use the directional pad to select and go back. That's literally what I'm doing right now, using the directional pad. There we go. See right here where it says 1 turn victor and we got away unscathed. So we had a bonus there. And Tiz gained a level. Agnes also leveled up. I can assure you when we get far enough there will be a lot of grinding in this game. I hate this guy.
Yes, lovely.
How he refers
So I'll grant the boy
to her as
Disney
woman.
well. I'm less bored than I was a moment ago.
I also do not like her because she is...
lot are a massive disappointment. Honestly,
She acts like she's so snobbish.
capable of a satisfying performance.
On my way, ma'am! Not again!
I usually just brave most of the time. Full on brave most of the time. Try to take them out quickly. There will be times though that we'll have to change the strategy a little bit.
Nothing left, Captain.
What? We're...
Isn't that always the way when...
The 2 deadliest guns ever made are still right here. Where steel fails, muscle never falters.
Clearly, quote-unquote alpha male vibes.
Boys, get down there and...
Yes, sir!
Oh, we have a pincher attack. We didn't get away unscathed that time. We got 72 peak, 36 experience. We got some items.
Weak and flabby. I'll go myself. I must.
Like our airship? You're the only one who can steer this boat, you dumb ox.
Holly White. Must you dash all of my dreams? Fine. You go get it.
Me? Go crawling down in the dirt like a filthy henchman? In these white robes? Please. Now turn us around and let's be off. There will be plenty of time to play with her again once we reset.
All of my dreams, Holly White.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll be dealing with them here shortly. Alright, so every once in a while you're going to get these where you're going to hit, it's going to show party chat down in the corner. You just hit Y and a little side scene will trigger. There's no voice acting for the party chats. It's just the characters with little speech bubbles. But some of these party chats are very important to the side story, to the main story. So be absolutely sure that you watch them all. They left? Lucky us, I suppose. Are you all right? Are you hurt? They were clearly after me. Why did you not run? Or it did cross my mind, I guess. I was a little distracted. But more importantly, are you hurt? I am fine. He sounds like Data from, like, just the way she said. Like, she doesn't say I'm. She says I am, because she's formal. But they will be back for me. I'm certain of it. See, there she uses contraction. Give me a second. I'm going to double check something. What? Has this thing really been... Give me a second. I think I've been broadcasting under the wrong thing. Yup. It never changed. Even though I told it to. Hold on, we're gonna change it.
Break it down! Break it down!
There. Now if I refresh, we should be broadcasting Bravely Default. That crap was on me. Yep, perfect. Alright. This new software I've been using isn't necessarily perfect, but... Anyway. There's only one road back to town. You're gonna find that Agnes at first really doesn't want anything to do with Tiz.
I still haven't gotten your name, miss. Mine's Tiz Oyer.
Agnes. Agnes Oblige. And I'm Aerie. It's a pleasure.
Look! A miniature monster!
Ugh! Rude! I am not a miniature monster. I am a crystal fairy. Fire, water, wind, earth. 4 crystals. 4 pillars of the world. Agnes is the Vestal.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Paimon of the story.
Vestal of Wind?
Priestess, bride, and servant to the crystals. A weaver of prayers who ensures their eternal flow. The Vestal's rites purify the crystals, warding the world from natural disaster.
The crystals reveal the way to the Vestals, and the Vestals pass that on to the people. They guide the world.
In times past, perhaps, but now the crystals go forgotten, and the Vestals with them.
And what purpose should bring a Vestal here?
That chasm. A week prior, at the same time, the ground parted here. The crystal of wind was consumed by an unnatural darkness. The crystals are the source of all life and all energy.
Yep, and we saw that live. We saw that actually
our
happen.
lands, our seas, and all that inhabit them exist through the crystal's bounty. They sustain us.
Whoop.
But a foul corruption has overtaken them. The wind lies still, and the oceans rot. Fire runs wild, and the earth, well, at this rate, the world will be shrouded in a darkness fit to blot out all life from existence. I had to see the chasm for myself.
What is it? What caused the ground to fall?
I do not know, but I do know how to unmake it and stop the coming dark. I must hurry back to Ansheim. Come, Eri, let's go.
Hey!
I want to point something
wait a
out.
minute.
I will do so here in a second. The Miracle Man. Hear me out. This isn't the place to go charging on alone. The crags are dark even by day. It's always been a nest for monsters. Are you truly certain this boy is the Miracle Bringer? Absolutely. Right time, right place. He's your Miracle Man. I'd bet my wings on it. And speaking of wings, when we get another look at Eri, I want to point something out to y'all. Just like my prediction said he would. I'd call that pretty darn miraculous. Mr. Tiz, was it? Ugh. Just Tiz is fine. Tiz, then. Was it you that my prayer reached? I don't know about reach, but I heard you say it anyway. He's the sole survivor of a village swallowed up whole. How much more of a miracle do you need? That was no miracle. There was nothing miraculous about it. My family is gone, all my friends, everyone. That was no miracle. And he does have a point.
You said you could unmake it. Do you mean to say you'll repair that giant hole?
Now you can't really see it very well, but I want everybody to take a very good look at Eri's wing. There's a pattern. That will play out, and her wings are a huge tell. I'm not trying to spoil things ahead of time. But all I'm saying is, as the game progresses, watch the design on Eri's wings.
I will do what only I am able. Purify the crystals and release them from the darkness. Once this blight has been purged from all 4 of the world's crystals, order will be restored. It is the only way.
Vestal have been pouring their prayers into the crystals for generations. Agnes is going to release all that at once. The flood of light that comes out of them should be more than enough to wipe that big hole off the map.
I can't even... Agnes, please, let me help you.
My task is not your concern.
It is my concern. The chasm, it just swallowed up my village, my family, my friends. I lived the same routine all my life, and that was just stolen from me in an instant. I'll not allow anyone else to suffer the same. I'll do anything. Anything you need. Please, you're a light. My ray of hope. And I want to help.
Well, Agnes?
I cannot accept. This burden is mine alone, and alone is how I'll see it done.
But why? Please!
I shall see you back to the city, and there our paths will part. You are not meant to carry this load.
Oh, don't worry. She's not going to have much of a choice here in a hot minute. I truly appreciate your desire to help, but do you intend to just leave your village like this? No, of course not. I'll rebuild it someday. I am wanted by the Duchy. Eternian assassins may lurk in any shadow at any time. What's more, I must leave this place at once to purify the crystal. If something were to befall you, who would be left to put your village to rights again? I'll rebuild it. I will. You don't have to tell me. I'm the only one who can. And surely it's best you stayed, but Norende will never be whole again unless that chasm is gone. And here I meet you, the one person who knows how to make that happen. Seems the obvious thing to do is to help you keep you safe and solve this thing together. Sorry, I'm trying to prop up my phone here. Seems the obvious. Okay, I already read that. Yes, but how do you propose? I don't know yet. First, the king needs to know what's happened. So, off we go to talk to the Caldislan king.
What's that pendant you wear?
This? It was given to me by someone special. It's something of a lucky charm.
A lucky charm? That's charming. Sorry, that sounded daft. It's very pretty. It suits you.
Alright, so this is going to be another tutorial here. So that pendant actually has an ability. You can, at least when the 3DS servers for everything were still running, you could summon other players from other people's games, like through the old Nintendo 3DS Street Pass, to help you in your battle. Now, obviously, they don't run that anymore. We're not going to be able to use that here. But this is how it would have happened. So you just go down to where it says Summon Friend. And if you wanted to send an attack, you would hit Send Attack. And you would attack. So now you've sent the move, which normally back then what would happen is anytime that you pick up people through who also play Bravely Default and Bravely Second in that game, is Bravely Default and Bravely Second for the most part play out the exact same way as far as the battle systems. But you would pick up other people through Street Pass, and you would hit this little icon up here, this little box icon on the right. It would scan for people that it might have been picked up on Street Pass, and you can add those to the send and receive friends thing. Any moves they've sent, you'd be able to use those, like sent moves. Sorry about that. Oop. We're going to save it here. Now that we have Aerie in the team, anytime we go into like a menu or something, we get Aerie down below, and she'll give you hints on where we're supposed to be going, what we're supposed to be doing, things like that. Once again, with Aerie, whoop, I think this has. Like, I can click down here and kind of like what would happen if I had a stylus pen on an actual 3DS. She'll kind of move her head around or whatever. Again, keep your eyes throughout the game, not just here, but throughout the game, when it comes to her the pattern on her wings. Because that is going to be a major part of the game. You don't understand how much. I suppose we can't really do this right now, considering that it's night. We're going to go to the inn, we're going to sleep, and then we're going to... wake up in the morning, go talk to His Highness. This is the only inn, by the way, in the entire game that is free. Because the innkeep is such a kind-hearted person. Okay, now we're going to go back up to the castle. There's our Highness. All right.
Ah, 'tis good to see you safely returned. What of Norende? I take it from your grim countenance, our fears were confirmed.
It is gone, but not forgotten, Your Highness. I'm prepared to rebuild it. It will take time, but Norende will recover.
Well spoken, lad. I shall support the effort however I can. Take this. It will serve as a token of your new office as chairman of the restoration effort.
It's an honor. Your Highness, isn't there any way to drive the Eternian military from the borders of your kingdom?
'Tis...
Ah, they've been a curse upon us all of late. And never more than this last week. They're in a lather over this search for the Wind Vestal. I've no clue what has them so desperate, but they've begun making bold threats. They've berthed their ships at the lake southwest of us with cannons trained on the city. I fear our own ships cannot fly as long as they've our people at gunpoint. It galls me, but there's little I can do.
That poor guy.
Your Highness, I offer my humblest apology for the ordeal I have forced upon your kingdom. I am Agnes Oblige, the Vestal of Wind.
You?
I shall resolve the matter. I give you my word, I will cause you no further grief.
Will you? Yes, that would be... But wait a moment.
You need worry on the matter no further, Your Highness. Farewell.
Wait! I'm coming too!
And Tiz follows right behind. So now we actually can take a peek at Norende. But first, a party chat. Agnes's intention. Agnes, what did you mean you'd resolve the matter? Don't tell me you're thinking of storming the Eternian camp at the Southwest Lake alone. Don't be ridiculous. I'm well aware that I am no match for an airship. Good, it sounds like they have this city in their crosshairs besides. As long as these people are held hostage, I have no choice. They didn't seem like the types to talk this out. Wait, you wouldn't. You can't! He's basically realizing she's intending to try to...
Agnes! Oh, Agnes! I have a plan. A good one.
See, notice...
Get captured. Then they'll take you aboard their airship. That's your ticket across the sea.
Now, remember how I mentioned a couple times now the pattern on Ares' wings? From this angle, on the upper wing there, does that not look like the number 5 to you? Watch that area.
It's true that no ships can sail upon the ocean now that it's rotted.
You can't really mean to. Agnes, they'll kill you!
I'll not ask you again. Leave us. You are too eager to meddle in the affairs of others. Farewell.
Agnes, wait! That road leads to the graveyard. It's a dead end.
Which way is the lake?
It seems you've need of a guide. At least let me show you the way there.
Unacceptable.
I think it's a great
Ah,
idea.
yes, an Agnes quote.
Mix with Agnes'
Unacceptable.
sense of direction.
Airy? Very well. Then I ask you to serve
By
as
the
a
way,
guide, only as a guide, and
the
only
voice
follow the
actress
lake.
for Eri
Is that clear?
is the exact same voice actress for Hinata from Naruto. Now, there's a lot of Naruto voice actors in this. Your sense of direction is so bad it's almost magical, Agnes. What? Surely it's not so. How many times did you get lost in that ravine? There was only one path. Then it took you 2 hours to find me at the top, despite perfect visibility. The canyon path was very twisty. I'm certain it's a maze even to the locals. Not really. But at least this way I have an excuse to tag along and... never mind. Stay close. The lake we make for is said to be unreachable by any but the most knowledgeable. Right, of course. I'll bet. So what do you plan to do once we get there, Agnes? That is of no concern of yours, Tiz. I have no choice. Not as long as they have the people of Kaldisla in their sight. It will be fine. Enemy or no, they are men, not monsters. Anyway. So, over on the lower screen, right above my head here, we have the icon for rebuilding the Kingdom of Kaldisla. So we're gonna start. It's gonna start off with this small area here. We got one person available to rebuild. And unfortunately, considering how the 3DS servers are down, are no longer operating, I feel like we are probably going to be stuck with one person. But normally, in the same way that you can pick up the send a friend stuff, you can also pick up villagers for here in the I'm wondering, do they actually have a sleep? Give me a second, I'm playing around with the settings here a little bit. Well, they don't have a sleep option as far as I can tell, so... Normally you can use those citizens that you would have picked up in the same manner as the, as I was mentioning, to devote them to tasks like creating items and things like that. We are actually going to switch up and we're going to just grind a little bit before we go tackle that, so that I know that we are good to go. These Bravely Default games are they do a lot of grinding. Ugh. Like an inordinate amount of grinding. I've got it set so that there. We got the auto turned off. Turn auto back on, so that once we get into the next battle, it'll just remember, hey, this is what you did the last time you were in a battle, and it'll repeat that. All we got to do is just run around. I know it's not very appealing. Not the best way to handle it, but you know what? It's the best I can do right now. We learn an ability for the Freelancer called Treat. That's just kind of a simple, easy health restoration. Don't worry, there's still more to come. This is also why I turned up the battle speeds. You know, Agnes has learned to treat. Should be careful saying that word around my pups. They might actually think there's say by the time they're about level 5 or 6-ish, I think we should be good. We're almost to level 4. Or through level 4, rather. That's literally how quick it can go. Sorry. We get another 12 points. Tiz should level up. Another 12. Well, maybe not. I was looking at Peeg anyway, so. But as you can see, though, with the unique battle system, as well as the ability to turn your, to tell the game exactly how often you want to encounter random battles, stuff like that, you can absolutely customize this game to whatever suits you best. And everyone's going to have their own place. Really quick, we're going to go back over here. We're going to hit the inn, save, and we're going to go take on these two dinglings. Sorry. I saw the whole thing from the Oscars where they had Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito on stage, both of whom played former Batman villains. And they're like, you know, how did Batman beat you? Oh, he beat me with this. Oh, how did he beat you? Oh, he threw me out a window. And then all of a sudden they're just like, where is Batman? And then they point right at Michael Keaton, who's sitting damn near front row. And Keaton's just sitting there like, come on, boys. Bring it on, sort of thing, you know? Batman. And I commented on online somewhere. I said that's how good of an actor Michael Keaton is. He's so good. He was portraying George Clooney, portraying Batman. Well, you're no fun. Alright, so we've turned off random encounters. We should be able to straight shot right over to the lake. There's soon as we get there.
Done! Done! We've supplies to last a fortnight! Cannonballs to rain iron on Caldisla for a week straight!
Seems we've been saved the effort. Have a look below.
Hmm? Oh, the Vestal's come to us! Planning a frontal assault, is she? I like it. So help me.
It's
Ollie.
frontal
I'm
assault
going
this and
myself
frontal
this
assault
time.
that with
Don't
this
try
idiot.
to stop me.
I don't suppose I've much choice. I'll join you. Let's be done with her and back to the villa already. I'm liable to go on a killing spree if I don't get a proper shower soon.
Watch the ship, boys!
Aye, sir.
To battle! White! Give us a fitting arena!
And anytime you hear this song, everyone, it's time for an asterisk battle.
Blue light. What's happening?
A part of the asterisk power, boy! You know where to run. Not till I'm finished with you.
I'd say we're already finished here. I'm not breaking a sweat if it's not absolutely necessary.
What? I live for fighting, woman! Let me have this! My heart's fuse is lit! You can't unlight my heart fuse!
Ugh, must you always shout? Daft or loud, man? Pick one! I take it you've come to surrender, girl. You've caused more than enough hassle already.
I understand that. I've no intention of resisting.
Lovely. She speaks sense.
What? No soul-steering combat? No white-knuckle fisticuffs? No smashing?
Pipe down! Or will it take my boot on your throat? Now, come along, Vestal. I'll see you're well taken care of.
I thank you for seeing me here, Tiz. I expect we will not meet again.
Yes, wait! You can't go just yet! You, Sky Knight, will you promise me she won't be mistreated?
I've said it once. I plan to take care of her myself. I'll see the beatings aren't fatal.
Beatings? Finally! Count me in!
These two are despicable.
She's dragged us all across this backwater for weeks. Surely I'm entitled to vent my frustration. But fear not. I'll see she's brought back from the brink each time. Though I fear my magic won't keep the girl's mind intact.
Are you listening to this, Agnes? I told you before.
Tiz, I'm not...
You're my hope. I'll not hand you over to these monsters.
Alright, so I gotta remember what the strategy was. Open on the next turn if he uses Invigorate until his next physical attack power can no longer increase and explode and deal heavy damage. Keep halting in the first rank. So think the last time I played, I focused on Holly White first. She's at 187, so it should be easier. There we go. Now, we just have to focus on this big dumb son of a bee. That didn't help him. So, we have defeated 2 asterisk holders. And that means, in this game series, one thing. We just earned their job. We get the monk asterisk. Complete with a snazzy new look for all the characters. Same thing goes for the white mage. Now, in order to learn magic in this game, you actually have to purchase the spells over at shops in town. But you also have to have a certain level, have achieved a certain job level as well with that job.
Agnes, are you hurt? I'm glad I was able to stop you.
Tiz, I was naive. I swore I would involve no others in my journey. The task I face is mine as Vestal, and mine alone. Yet I was afraid. When faced with capture, I wavered. I had thought I'd steeled myself to face any peril, to withstand any pain. But had I faced those 2 alone, I'd have faltered. My journey would have ended in a cell, or worse. I am grateful to you, Tiz, and grateful for you. Will you join me?
She finally...
I'd like you to join me.
She finally comes around.
I did that a while back, silly. It's no surprise. I have it on very good authority. I'm the eager to meddle type.
Tiz, I thank you.
That just leaves the problem of how we're crossing the sea. We need to get you to Ansheim, don't we?
I've another plan. This one's better still. If riding their ship as a captive's out, why not as a captain?
You want us to steal an airship? Though, if we did manage it...
We've no way of knowing where it went.
Let's head back to the city for now. We can ask around there.
Zooming. So, I will briefly cover how to deal with Job. We're going to start off with Tiz. Right now, he's everybody always by default starts off with the freelancer job. You'll notice down on the bottom screen, which is above my head, there's every time you level up, you get like different abilities or skills. Now, if you wanted to switch, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Just select it, say change jobs. You take a different appearance, well, most of the time. And you can go in and do equipment. Now, with a monk, they are usually best with no weapons at all. Meanwhile, Agnes, we're going to make her a white mage. The best weapons we had so far were the dagger and broadsword, dual wielded. But we have 804 Pig. I suspect we will not be taking too long to get some. Right? Now to buy spells, just look for the shops that have this this little cane, the staff or whatever icon right here. Of course, we have Fire, Thunder, Blizzard, but those are not going to be effective until we've gotten the Black Mage job here shortly. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I must have forgotten to set those. 1 second. There we go. All right. So they're a little bit better prepared now.
You chased off the Eternian ship? Amazing! Truly, the Vestal is a worker of miracles. And you as well, Tiz. Excellent work, lad.
Has there been any word of where the ship is gone, Your Highness?
What have you heard from your man, Owen?
It seems the Sky Knights have returned to their hold, Your Majesty. The Lontano Villa.
Lontano Villa. Then that's where we're headed.
I'm afraid you'll not get there now. The bridge they shot out is still in ruins.
We'll mount a full-scale offensive the moment it's repaired. For now, we must be patient. Go and rest.
Alright, so 2 bumpkins. What's wrong? You seem distracted. I've just never before walked through such a lively city as this. Oh, really? I don't suppose it's anything special for you. You grew up here. But to me, this is all... Actually, me too. I'm sorry? I grew up in Norende. Norende has sheep and grass. Nothing like this. It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest. I think I can relate pretty well, actually. Oh, I see. Well, yes then. What parts jump out at you the most? What's the strangest? Well, the number of people and buildings, and the fact that they all seem so tranquil astounds me. The seas are rotted, the duchy has invaded, and still, I suppose it's a testament to their faith in the king's rule. Far cry from the kingdom I left. I'd nearly forgotten. Owen informed me just before we left. Apparently the innkeep is preparing a special feast for us this evening. Thus we did not keep him waiting. Oh, right. Very shortly we'll be joined by a third party member. Okay, first off, one second here. I don't know why it does that all the time. We didn't even have to talk to the innkeep. We just entered the building.
Tiz, wake up!
What's wrong? It's the middle of the night.
Something's wrong outside.
Outside? Wait, is that...
Give us the Vestal! We know she's here! And you'd best be quick! Fire spreads so easily!
Ominous, sir. Is this really necessary?
What? No! Yes, I won't be questioned! You're under my command now. You'll follow my orders.
Are you sure about that?
Burn! Burn! We can sift the Vestal's ashes out from the rest.
What are they doing?
Looking for me. If I go, they'll stop this madness.
You can't be serious, miss. You'd be marching to your own death.
Seems these fools intend to hide the girl. If the whole city's complicit. The whole city can burn. Just watch. My fire will have this place charred black by morning.
Black Mage Ominous Crow!
What now?
We've sent these people a clear message. It's time to withdraw!
You still insist on undermining me? It's time you knew your place!
5, 4...
Fine, bully. Women always are.
Another asshole.
But I'll be back tomorrow, and another house will burn. Then another the next night. And every night until you give up the girl!
Thankfully, our only casualty was a house. An old one at that. The spellcaster was one of their officers. He's holed up in the ruins of Central Keep, north of the city.
The hostilities will end once I step forward.
There you go again, ready to martyr yourself. There are 2 of us now. That broadens our options.
Might I interject?
Ah, yes.
Ah, it's Mr. Amnesia. You were staying in the empty house that burned, weren't you?
Mr. Amnesia, is that foreign?
I mean, the boy has no memories. He just turned up in town a week ago. No clue who he was. I see you've suffered some light burns. Are you sure you should be up and walking about?
I'm fine, though I thank you for your gracious concern. More to the point.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You two are
ring a bell.
Yes. Yes.
Voiced by the legendary Spike Spencer.
I don't recall giving you my name, sir.
It was written in this journal. The only thing I had on me when I was found, apparently.
For those who don't know, Spike Spencer, when
Full of strange
back in the
things.
day, he was the voice of Shinji
Like word
in
of
the
your
English
age
dub
to
of,
plug up that great
Evangelion,
sinkhole.
if I remember right.
What?
I could be wrong.
What's more,
And I've actually met Spike Spencer.
the journal states that you too will encounter a certain female. If my suspicions are correct, it's the girl who was accompanying that Eternian Firestarter.
Pardon my asking, but how do you tie in?
It appears you make for the Central Ruins, no? Then bring me along. That girl tugs at my mind. Oh, we've met before. When I saw her face amid the flames, I felt a spark. Not your customary running for your life thrill mind, but a real Thundaga to the heart epiphany. Her gaze was equal parts innocence and tempered steel. Oh, to see those eyes don the sparkle of a smile. Her voice gentle as spring's sweet breeze, and should she see fit to call my name? Ah, my heart races. I insist you let me join you. It simply must be so.
Unacceptable. Also, I'm repulsed beyond words.
What? Why? This is an upstanding gentleman's heartfelt plea. I'll not slow you down.
I cannot trust a man such as yourself. My answer is no, sir.
Still, in a fight, 3 people are better than 2.
His personality leaves a bit to be desired, but I'll vouch for the man's skill. He once helped us hunt down a wild boar.
If you're certain he'll not pose a problem, Tiz.
Lovely.
Do you remember your name?
They call me Ringabel. It's a pleasure. My Lady Vestal, from this day hence, I shall be your sword.
No, thank you.
I hope this was a good idea.
So now we've got Ring a Bell and Dee's journal. I know. Yes, we have Dee's journal. Dee's what, you ask? Got him. Sorry, I had to make a clip out of that. Might I have a word? Sure, what's on your mind? That Ring-a-Bell fellow. I'm just not... Are we truly certain? True, he doesn't seem like the most dependable guy. Nice enough, though. It isn't my point. He knew our name before we'd ever spoken. Right. And he said that they were in his book or some such. Our names alone is troubling enough. But he knew I was the Vestal as well. What? Now that you mention it, he knew we were out to seal the chasm, too. I noticed him mumbling strange things in the streets every time. Not so strange as to give Milady offense, I hope. Eep. Mr. Ring-a-Bell? Please, no need for formality. Would you tell us how you knew Anyas was the best of the wind? Oh, that. It's all written in this journal, my good man. It's as simple as that. And would you mind if I had a look at this journal? By all means, turn it over and shake it if you like. See what falls out. And what is your tie to the girl traveling with that pyromancer? I'm to save her, apparently. Don't ask me how or why. I just know. Save her? You realize our errand at the Central Ruins is to put an end to the Firestarter threat, correct? Yes? Quite. And I understand the girl may have something to say about it. In any case, I'm confident that I won't be a burden. And I certainly have no intent of stopping you, if that's a concern. Why don't you hold on to the journal for now? Investigate it to your satisfaction. And once satisfied, I hope you'll choose to place your trust in me. Well, I suppose we'll see. Sorry, I'm not as good as Spike Spencer with my Ring-a-Bell voice. I've actually met Spike Spencer at a convention after this game came out, and I actually had him sign my Nintendo 3DS. Unfortunately, the signature faded, and not only that, but it took heat damage, and the paint started bubbling off. So I've actually had the covers replaced. So I no longer have his signature, but not to worry. So we're going to train up Ring-a-Bell a little bit here. We're going to see if we can at least get far enough to get all 4 of the main party members together here. I hope everybody's having a good Monday night. Welcome to the new week. If you're watching on YouTube, whatever day of the week it is, I hope you're enjoying it. Yesterday was March 10th, Mario Day. I hope everybody got their fill of our favorite Italian plumber. Only 96p, yikes. We're just gonna try and blaze through it as best we can. The ruins of Central Keep.
Do you mean to put the city to flames again, Black Mage? I'll say it now. Your methods are wrong.
Wrong? Wrong? I don't recall asking your opinion on the matter. First Holly, and now Yo. Why are women also condescending? Shut up and take orders! Just because your father's Grand Marshal doesn't give you license for insubordination!
I've seen more than enough to know this much. You are undeserving of my trust and my loyalty. If you insist on pursuing this coward's agenda, I swear upon my name that I will stop you.
Her voice. I heard her voice. So this is what an angel sounds like.
Your ears must be better than mine.
Alright. So welcome to the ruins of Central Keep. Thankfully, we haven't had much need for healing or anything like that. We're just hammering away. Now we do. We're gonna go up to item. And I always loved Ring a Bell's pose. That's the that's like a suave T-pose. Yes, I am that good. Now, Ring a Bell is an awfully interesting character. That as the game progresses, he will regain his memory, and you would not believe who he really is. The character technically we have not met. Well, I'm not going to say any more than that. Defaulting did not help. Oops. Agnes is going to level up here in a hot minute. I love Agnes' little pose too. It's like she twirls around and then stands, you know, that whole little with her head like, well, duh. Even though she's nothing like that. As you clearly can tell. Alright, we're trying to train these guys as we go along here. That's right. All right. Okay, let's turn off the random battles for a hot minute. And go around and get this stuff done. Go, Echo Herbs. All right. Let's make sure that Ring a Bell is equipped as best as possible. Mage Masher and Buckler. We're gonna heal up here. And we only have one ether. We'll have to do what we can. Real quick as well. got items available from Narende. Yep, every time you complete a level on this thing, so presents from Narende, build an item shop, a combat item shop, or a compound shop. They'll reward you with periodic presents, raise the building level, and the prices get fancier too. Anything that you guys unlock from in terms of items from Narende, you can buy them from the adventure. So like in this case, we finished level 1 of this. Ooh. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, and with that, we jump headfirst into this battle.
What? You! The Vestal and her little friends! How are you here? Is no one under me competent?
No.
Oh, fine. My
Except for Edea.
fire will make ash of the lot of you!
What? Ominous! Our orders are to take the Vestal alive! Besides, if you loosed your spells in here, you'd...
I'll show you! I'll show you all! Fire! 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 No! Ah!
He's attacking his own people.
Madness! This sort of indiscriminate slaughter cannot be allowed! Black Mage Ominous Crow! I'm at my patience end! This absolutely doesn't! You've sent me into a full rage!
What? You're turning traitor? You'll make your father a laughing stock!
This has nothing to do with him! All that I hold true denies everything that you are! You there! You'll be helping me!
Who? Us? But we
would be delighted to assist you, milady. I'll see you victorious, or my name isn't Ringaman.
Well, technically,
Maybe
it
not
isn't.
my real name, but certainly my... Anyway, what's in a name? Really? Don't you agree, Edea?
What? How did you... Enough. Conversation can wait.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No more! I'll not be made a fool any longer! I'll see you all charred black! I swear it!
actually, I'm gonna have her default. There we go. Okay. As far as I would be concerned, and we don't really have to unmute them. Homeboy, you're already done. There we go. Of course, Edea gets the final blow. Tiz gained a level. Another ether. Okay. Now we've got the Black Mage job as well.
I've done it now. Treason is one of those tricky things to forgive. Still, I've no regrets. My conscience spoke and I followed it. Into the life of a deserter, it seems. I trust there's room in your little band for one more?
Indeed. It was sorely incomplete without you.
Unacceptable! What bond of trust can exist between a Sky Knight of the Duchy and a Vestal?
So this is the Vestal of Wind. A black-hearted witch, as the tales I was raised on go. But of late, it seems things are rarely cut quite so cleanly. Behaving as the Sky Knights did makes a person wicked. That lot is black as they come. And what other lies have I been told then?
Okay, Anakin.
Is to see for myself what is black and what is white. Your actions will tell me the color of your heart, Vestal. And I plan to watch up close, so I suggest you get used to me.
That was... rational?
I'm always rational. That scum crow just had me seeing red before.
Ah, the type whose claws come out when she gets hot-headed. I'll jot down a note not to anger you.
What do you make of them, Tiz? Can these two be trusted?
They don't seem like bad people to me.
Yes, but how a thing seems and how a thing truly is often differs.
Hold a moment, Agnes. My journal offers a curious quote. The Vestal and crew commandeered the SK ship, with Edea in tow.
And what are we to make of that?
That we're about to steal ourselves an airship.
One
assumes.
Just what is that book of yours?
Up there, isn't that... Speak of the flying devils.
Will they turn their cannons on us?
Not by that course. They make...
The city? They can't mean to start that up again!
Let's hurry!
Oh, why is this happening?
You'll give us the Vestal of Wind.
Or, if you prefer, I can come down and pluck her from the last building I leave standing. The choice is yours, entirely.
You've a choice yourself. Leave now, or face me. Owen, Captain of the Caldislan Royal Guard.
Knight Argent Heinkel, Knights Captain of the Eternian Sky. The stories paint you Caldisla's greatest hero. I hope you will not disappoint me.
Norende's New Beginning. We'll deal with that later. You can actually come back and revisit some of the party chats that you've missed out on before. So you can skip them and then come back.
The entire Royal Guard wiped out?
By the Sky Knight's captain alone. He's too strong. Not human.
Hey, hold on, man. Please.
He speaks of Knight Argent Heinkel. I can't imagine the captain's come here himself, though.
Tiz.
Owen!
I'm unmanned. Pathetic.
Someone help!
Don't bother. Leave me. The king, they took his majesty. That man, Heinkel. My sword didn't so much as scratch him. Tiz, I ask this knowing it's an unreasonable demand. Please, help my king. Save this place. You're the only one I can...
I'll bring the king back. I swear it. Be at peace, Owen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Owen. I can't believe this. How could Heinkel be so cruel? What do we say to the innkeep? What can we say? Owen saved you after Norende fell. Took you in. And since then, his father has shown both you and I a great deal of kindness. I'm no different. Owen trusted me despite my circumstances. Helped me get by. As for what to tell his father, it's hard. He deserves to know his son died nobly, fighting bravely. I know that. I know. But what small comfort. Small comfort? I think Edea tried to understand. Tiz and Ringabel are only thinking of the innkeep's feeling. It's exactly what I'm doing! Is it not a comfort to know his son fell defending his king? Enough. Just forget it. I'll talk to him. Let's get moving. Tiz.
My son. He died for his king, though. Huh? A brave warrior's death. I'm sure he had no regrets. I thank you for being with him at the end. Now, pray, rest up. Consider this your home. I'll be outside a moment.
These people are innocent bystanders. Involving them like this is despicable. Come, let's march on the Lontano Villa this instant. I'll lead the way. Why the silence? Surely you can't just sit by and let Heinkel's crimes stand?
Heinkel's crimes are the Duchy's crimes. You are a part of those same Eternian forces. We cannot trust you.
What? I'm not! What must I do to prove myself to you?
You cannot. In my heart of hearts, you frighten me. The same as Crow, or Heinkel, or the others. I am sorry. But I make for the villa with Tiz alone.
Of all the stubborn... Oh! You crystal-headed girl!
Leaving so soon? If you're off to Stargaze, I'd be honored to join.
Out of my way!
What a shame. We were just starting to get to know Owen, and now he's gone.
Oh, that stubborn, contrary, crystal-headed girl! Why must she refuse to understand? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello, child. Will you listen to an old man talk a while?
What? Oh, yes, of course.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a frailer child than Owen. The boy was sickly all his youth. But he loved this land more than anyone. He wanted more than anything to defend it. So he trained and trained. Even after he joined the Royal Guard, even after winning half the honors the king can bestow, he trained. And everyone knew it. In a few years, his efforts had made him captain. The boy was something else. My pride and joy. But I'd rather he lived. What sort of child dies before his parents? It's a crime, don't you think?
It's terrible, sir.
If the boy had stayed home, taken over the inn, he'd still be...
What other lies have I been told? The only thing for it...
A question, Agnes. Why can you not trust at least me? The suspicions of a beautiful lady are dire poison to a gentleman such as myself.
Our paths part with Adia's here. What reason have you to come with us?
Will the two of you be enough to storm the enemy's hold, though? This night is supposed to be terribly strong.
Still, we've no choice. Let's go, Agnes.
We're all ready to go? Excellent.
I had thought I spoke it clear before. This is farewell.
Yes, it was all very well put, but I'm coming along anyway. I'll get no sleep till I've seen these scoundrels squished. What's more, the Lontano Villa is heavily fortified. A field mouse couldn't slip inside, let alone you two. Go with me, however, and you'll have VIP access.
She's pulling a Tiz and...
I welcome
and saying, I am the key for you to proceed forward.
I'm all for it. The more allies, the better, I say.
Well, I do not. Even before the matter of trust, I cannot involve anyone more. The fault for all of this is mine and no one else's.
You've no cause for worry, Agnes. I guarantee it. You, Tiz, and Idea will travel long and far together. It's all written in the book. Its pages are prophecy, infallible and true.
And again.
And what of you?
Me? An apt question. It seems I did not merit mention. A grave oversight, I'm sure. Or am I to miss out on the adventure? A crueler fate than I could bear.
And again, the reason why that book's prophecies are so accurate will become very clear in later chapters.
I'm in favor of taking them with us too. I think they'll be a help to you, Agnes.
As long as you're certain.
Done. Excellent. Let's be off.
Party has regrouped. Now, before we leave town, we need to get everybody stocked up on items. 838 pig. Whoop. Need to come over here. Now we've got all the available spells at the moment. Good. The rest of this, I think, well, the eye drops can go. Okay, so let's re-equip everybody here best we can. Everybody should be good to go. Now, special moves are kind of unique. Store up power over time, then release it in a single crushing blow capable of devastating even the toughest of foes. So basically, these special moves, if you perform certain actions a certain number of times, it will get, depending on your job and or what your equipped weapon is, you will get a special attack that will trigger a it will trigger one of the theme song of the character that's using it. Yes, these characters actually have themes. So let's say, so here you go, here's another training battle. So you come here, you got hack and slash, which is usually for swords and broadswords, obviously.
It's all or nothing.
Now you hear that the music has changed. The music you're hearing is the theme song for Tiz. The music that you hear playing only lasts for a short amount of time, and any special boosts or abilities that are boosted will only last until the music is over. The character themes are absolutely wonderful. A father's care. It looked as if the innkeep gave you something, Edea. Mind if I ask what? Oh yes, I'm not sure. I'll open it now. He packed us lunch. The basket's near bursting. It looks amazing, and he made enough for all of us. It looks like the Emperor Trout sandwiches. Caldisla's finest. What a treat. He made one special for you, Agnes. For the young lady who doesn't eat meat, it says. Grilled leaf buds and spring mushrooms and apricot jelly for dessert. What did you get, Edea? Looks like I got what you did, plus the same dessert as Agnes. And a letter. Yeah. Let's have a look. Your words were a great comfort, my dear. Best of luck in battle, and best of health. All right, let's eat. Then it's off to save the king. Right.
That takes care of the hold gates. Now we've a clear path to the villa. Let me make this very clear, though. If you've any thoughts of storming the place head-on, be rid of them now. I'll say I've taken you prisoner. That will buy us entry. Once we're inside, the battle's all but won. I even know where the king is likely held. Complaints?
No. I thank you for your assistance. I have my doubts, but I see no alternative.
Once we find the king, we'll hop aboard their ship and escape by air. How very dramatic.
But you're a traitor. Edea, you said you'd get us VIP access. Are you really sure? Isn't there a chance they'll know you've defected? I don't think there's any worry of that yet. If word had reached them, the road to the villa would have been swarming with guards. That's how Heinkel operates. Thorough and merciless. I see. So what of after we reach the villa then? Any bright ideas? The man running the place says, "Oh, I hit the wrong button. That's my bad. My fault." We'll see how much farther we get here with the Lontano Villa. Don't forget, on the world map, just like any other RPG, you can save out here as well.
Lady Adia, where have you been? We've lost contact with Master Crow. Wait. That woman! The Vestal of Wind!
Yes, and my prisoner besides. Now, if you'll open the gate, I'll bring her to the captain.
But what of Crow?
I'm afraid he fell before the wicked Vestal's cruel magic. But it was his sacrifice that allowed for her capture.
I see. Well, I
Considering we just had the Oscars the other night.
No less from the Grand Marshal's daughter. I'll have the gate open straight away. Just a moment.
Okay, so pause this for a moment. He literally just said out loud that Adia is the Grand Marshal's daughter. But there's going to be a scene later on where where Adia is going to straight up spill the beans, saying, "Hey, I'm the Grand Marshal's daughter," and Adia and Agnes is going to react like, "Wait, you're the Grand Marshal's daughter? How dare you!" Like, seriously. But try to understand. I keep hitting the wrong damn button. Okay. Ah, okay, we're done with that. Ugh. Trying to think of. I want to look something up here real quick. I'm gonna put this on a brief pause. So. Let's see if this emulator, mode, soft locks in the specials menu, game keeps crashing. Review default. Okay, yep. So here's somebody. Do any unofficial builds of Citra Nightly, which is the emulator I'm using, support sleep mode, mainly for Bravely Default and its wonky SP system? No work has been put into this before, as far as I'm aware. Thanks for the response. I should probably make another post asking this, but does anyone know the best build for Bravely Default? I'm using the most recent Nightly as of yesterday, but no. Damn. For a Citra cheat and/or save editor to change the amount of SP the party has in Bravely Default. Citra lacks the ability to emulate sleep mode. Well, crap, we can't really go sleep mode. So there's no way to legitimately get SP in the game. Any help in accomplishing this would be greatly appreciated. SP is just not worth the trouble. It gives you an extra turn. I'm nearly done with the game, and I probably just used it once or twice by accident. Didn't make any difference in the outcome of the battle. I'm trying to do it more for, like, maybe putting it into sleep mode, letting this thing sleep. You know, leave my computer on. I'm wondering if they've got like multiplayer rooms or whatever for Bravely Default that would emulate the whole doesn't seem like it. I suppose my next best bet here is I really do need to get these done, and maybe I'll do something where I'll I wonder. Hold on, what if I just minimize this? Yeah, it still plays the audio. Maybe if I can find a way to kill the audio or something. Like when I'm not streaming, I can chip away at this stuff. At getting all this done. I'm just going to start on something else here. Whoops, that's not what I want. Thank you. Okay.
There, see? Inside without a hitch, thanks to my brilliant plan.
We need to find the king.
Hey! It's the traitor! Grab her!
News travels fast.
Some brilliant plan. What do we do
Whoops.
now?
We beat them down.
Here, I'm gonna switch up Edea here real quick. She can be my... Whoop.
Ooh, seems we weathered the immediate storm. I'm afraid our little ruse is over, though.
Yes, well... at least we're inside, right?
Yes, right in the middle of the enemy stronghold. We've nowhere to run.
You can't think this was my intention! I swear by my honor, this is no trap! That's the very sort of craven act I can't abide! Right!
I'm actually gonna switch Edea over to Black Mage. Seems we are probably... So, Heinkel, I just looked it up here. He has, on easy, which is what we're playing as, 1800 HP. So we're going to have to deal with that. I'm just going around looking for any and all treasure. Excuse me. I think if we can get through this, it should be the end of the intro. And if that's the case, we might just call it a night there. Because then we start chapter 1 proper on Wednesday. Huh. Let's see, didn't Ringabel have a spear? Oh, he's got the Issei no Kami. So we're going to go outside for a brief moment. Way up here on the building. Arden. White Cape does what again? Nullifies silence. Okay. Those chests we cannot open right now. But later on we can. All right.
"'Tis? Come to save us the trouble of finding you, Vestal? How very courteous. And just what are you doing here, Adia?
I'll go along with the Sky Knight's methods no longer.
You've no say in the matter. Defying orders is treason, girl!
Enough! You have us! Let the king go!
First, the Vestal comes to me. Alone.
You mustn't! I'll not keep my head at the cost of an innocent girl's.
You'll not keep your head at all if you keep running your mouth. Are you so eager to join the captain of your guard?
Heinkel, you were among the highest regarded warriors in the duchy. A paragon of chivalry. And the Sky Knights beneath you?
Richard Epcar is the voice of Heinkel.
But what I saw was a band of craven thugs. You defiled the title of knight.
Green fool. All hands! Seize these four! Kill the men if you must!
Don't worry, it's not the official boss battle yet. Captain Courage over here is going to try to see what he can do about getting away. Oh good, I didn't have to waste any MP. Awesome.
Such valor. You're quite the little heroes. And here I so hope to resolve this peacefully. and let the good king go.
Tiz, chase after him. He's walking away. Any guesses where he's headed, Edea? The villa rooftop. The airship berth. Wasn't this a villa, a retreat for the Caldislan royal family? Why would they have a berth? I agree, it seems incongruous. We use berth loosely. They've driven an airship anchor into the building's roof. Not much for finesse, are they? We can discuss it later. Hurry or he'll get away. Here we go.
Heinkel, this is your answer? And still you call yourself a knight? As daughter to a true knight, I know their pride is staked upon fair and honorable combat. Release your hostage! Then stand and face us! No more running, coward!
Ha! You invoke your father after betraying him?
He's headed for the airship!
That makes no sense. Why should he flee? His aim is the Vestal, not the king.
He's baiting us?
Still, we have to give chase. We'll lose him and the ship. Well, I'm game to brave a trap.
I'm following you.
Agnes, let's go!
Right.
Ah, good. You came.
Alright, here we go.
If not a smart one.
I already know exactly
Willingly.
what magic spells can work on him.
Quickly. Really, I must thank you for taking the bait so eagerly. It's earned you a lavish cruise through the clouds, Vestal. And for your friends, a career as ballast.
You're a prisoner here, same as us! No more tricks, Heinkel!
A knight without chivalry is a common bully. I'll see you stripped of that title here and now.
You wouldn't test your elders, girl. I thought to bring you home in chains. But no. All but the Vestal will end here as dew upon my blade. You'll die with the rest, traitor.
Oh, Heinkel, with all that metal. Yep, weak to lightning because he's got so much of that metal on him. I don't know why sometimes I can't slide over and see his health, but... There we go. He's already half gone. This one I think should do it. And I know I'm going a little fast, but I'm basically throwing my best attack. And with Adia being Black Mage, I'm literally spamming Thunder since he's got all that metal on him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the last of the Sky Knight. Meaning we now get the Knight job. White Magic level 2, excuse me. Ring a bell or learn the Divining Rod support ability.
What's happening? The airship! We're losing altitude! Idia, hurry! Take the wheel! Me? I can't drive this thing! What? You're a Sky Knight, aren't you? Only Heinkel and the other officers knew how to pilot the ship.
Meanwhile...
Might I ask you something? What is the name of this vessel?
What? Who cares about that?
The Echelon. Galleon-class airship. Am I correct?
Yes, but how? Is that in your book too?
Indeed it is.
But you have no memory. When would you...
Ah, so this goes here. That gets turned like so, then we just...
Wait, is he? We're steadying out!
Of course we are. I'm a crack pilot, apparently. Now find something to hold on to!
That simple airship music. Now we just simply return. I'm gonna wait until it switches over to the daylight cycle, just for the hell of it. All right.
The kingdom of Kaldisla owes you all a vast debt. I thank you from my heart of hearts. You, more than anyone, 'tis. A nightmare was visited upon you and your home, and still you rose up to defend ours. I'm certain your feats have earned Owen a peaceful rest. If you are willing, I would gladly see you take up his sword. Will you continue to keep this land safe, son?
You honor me, Your Highness, but I cannot accept. I've promised on Yes that I'll join her on her journey.
Kaldisla shall be poorer for losing you. Know that you will ever have a home here. The Eternian airship is yours to use as you will. Take it with my blessing. There's not a man in the kingdom able to pilot it anyway. I leave the matter of that horrible chasm to you. I have faith you'll see it unmade. May the crystals keep you in your journey.
Basically, bravely default for "May the Force be with you." Alright. We're going to save again down here. Well, first of all, I'd like to visit the innkeep. Rest up a little bit. Go sleep off your troubles a while, he says. Okay.
Seems I've found a reason to come along. Now, my ladies, all you need do is simply speak the word, and I shall whisk you off to the very ends of existence.
And you're really sure that wasn't just a fluke before?
Rest assured, my dear, I never fail to properly escort a lady.
Agnes, will you tell us why they were chasing you?
The Sky Knights are a branch of the Eternian forces. The Duchy of Eternia has put forth an agenda of anti-crystalism.
Anti-crystalism?
A new way of thinking, based upon the idea of a society no longer dependent upon the crystals. It brands the crystal orthodoxy as a heretic faith, and the Vestals its minions. It was the philosophy I was raised upon. When the chasm appeared, every one of the Eternian forces was given the order to capture the Vestals. They said the Vestals and the crystals they tend were the sinkhole's cause.
That's not possible! Agnes has been fighting this whole time to fix what happened to Narende.
I know. I'm sorry.
You've nothing to apologize for.
All of this paints the Duchy in a suspicious light, don't you think? Perhaps they know more of the chasm's true cause than they let on.
In a way, I think they do.
Seen the last of them. If any of you wish to go, do it now. I'll not blame you.
I'm staying with you. I just told the king as much.
I'm in as well. I need to see for myself whether my people are right or wrong.
And playing escort is my job. I'll not cede it to anyone.
If none of you will listen to reason...
This is so exciting, Agnes! You're finally headed back to the Wind Crystal side!
Yes, to Anshine, the land of sand and time, and to the Temple of Wind.
Anshine, the land of sand and time? What's it like there?
Like an oasis in a vast desert beyond the sea, we make southeast of here.
Alright, so we've got the Echelon by sea or air. About Anshine. So, Agnes, refresh my memory. Amnesia joke. By the way, which way to Anshine? It's southeast. So, will this course serve or southeast, please? My dear, I'm afraid I have no collection to go by. I need reliable directions, or what should I do? The innkeep said southeast and nothing more. I think I see what happened. Ring a bell, she means it's southeast of Caldisla, specifically. Aye aye. Ooh, Agnes, just what sort of place is Anshine? It's covered in a vast desert. and hot as though it were always midsummer. Wow, that sounds like the complete opposite of where I was born. Huh? I guess there's all sorts of places out there. This is your first time leaving Kaldisla, then, Tiz? So while we still have the chance, we're going to actually come over here. So, the second crystal we're going to visit is going to be in this area. The City of Florum. Before we get, and it's in this temple right here. Just a little preview of what we're about to experience. Okay, and that was our introductory chapter. So now we are at the opening of chapter 1.
We've arrived in Anshine.
Still no wind.
Are these desert places normally supposed to be windy?
When they're the site of the wind crystal they are, this stillness shouldn't be possible.
The wind carried all manner of blessings to this land in days past. It was the kingdom's lifeblood.
I see. All the more reason to hurry then. Which way to the temple?
From here, we need only head... we ought to make for... which way is it?
Ignore anything she says. Anya's raises getting lost to an art form.
I'm impressed you made it to Kaldisla.
Just a moment. My journal details much of Ansheim's topography. A clockwork metropolis, nestled in Harina's sandy bosom. Here, time, above all, is sacred. A massive timepiece crowns the kingdom, fueled as all of Ansheim by the ceaseless currents originating from the Temple of Wind to the south.
Quite thorough, isn't it? Sounds as if you've been here before. Perhaps that book of yours is a travel diary?
Oh, no, it's
seem
not.
Possessed of a certain wanderlust. The normal sort as well. Ooh, perhaps I'll find a train of ex-lovers here among the sands.
Let's be off. We make south.
And with that... Oh, hold up.
All present, Lord Marshal. Save the usual tune, at least.
No matter. Let's begin.
I trust word has reached you from Kaldisla. The Knights of the Eternian Sky have fallen to the Vestor.
I'd not thought the girl so bloodthirsty as all that.
It appears she surrounded herself with capable guards. What's more,
By the way,
it pains me
the
to
voice
say it,
coming from that dark knight in the center,
whereabouts have been lost amid the chaos.
does it sound familiar to you?
That is no concern of yours. Do not confuse personal matters with your assignment.
Someone we've already met in the game, perhaps.
My apologies, Lord Marshal.
Not only did the Sky Knights fail, they've given the Vestal wings. Why they didn't simply kill the child, I'll never know.
Keenly insightful as ever, Victoria. Yet I fear we've need of the Vestal alive.
Have we, Victor? Ah, no matter then. If she fled by air, it's a simple matter to track her. She makes for Anshine by necessity.
And to the Temple of Wind. Anshine does face upon the Florsheim Sea.
Of course. Most of the world's seas have gone putrid, but the inner sea remains navigable. That would offer the airship a berth. But what does she aim to do there? Why return to the crystal now? It smells of some sinister plot.
Anshine is the province of the Cammer and Profiteure merchantry. What say you, Lord Marshal?
We haven't the leisure of chasing the Vestal across the globe and back. We need her in custody now. Tell the merchantry to employ any means they must.
Okay. So with that, that is where we are going to leave off tonight. We've gotten through chapter 1. I think there's a total of 8 chapters, if I'm not mistaken. So we're probably going to have a whole crap load of these episodes just for the first game alone. So, but I expect no less. Anyways, that is going to be it for me this evening. We got a few good clips out of all that, by the way. But, yes. I will do my best not to drop any major spoilers, but I will leave you hints, like the one I just gave you a few moments ago. That Dark Knight, Alternus Dim, if you pay attention to his voice, he does sound awfully familiar, does he not? That comes into play for another one of our characters we've already met. Not only that, but the I mentioned before the hint about Ares' Ares' wing pattern. Also, when we get further into the game, somewhere about midway through chapter 6, there's going to be another hint on the game's title screen. This game tries to give you as many hints without outright saying who, what, when, where, or why. So you got to keep your ears and eyes open. So, that being said, we are going to wrap it up for the night. Let's see who's out there right now. That is streaming. You know what? We're gonna go raid our good friend Zagaros, if Twitch will allow us to do so. That's what. Gonna raid, start the raid from the regular dashboard here. Zagaros is live once again, as always, playing marbles on stream. And she also, much like me, is an Extra Life streamer for the same hospital. So if you don't donate to me, by all means, donate to her fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Don't forget, guys, we are due back for another stream on Wednesday. We will continue with Bravely Default into Chapter 1, and if we get through it quickly enough, we may even try to get into Chapter 2 a little bit on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central, and then we're back again Friday. We may do more from there and see how far we go. And then, of course, Saturday, either at 1 or 7 p.m. Central, depending on when they're going to have the tournament, is our Super Mario Bros. 35 Continued Interest Server Weekly Tournament. I've actually got a playlist over on my Twitch VOD channel on YouTube, which you just go to YouTube and search for Krazer's Log. KrazerSlog. There's a playlist over there where you can check out all of our all the previous tournaments I was a part of, as well as a few side nights with some Super Mario 35. We will have some more edited content coming to the main channel, which is under the name Crazercap. So be on the lookout for that as well. Okay, guys. Whoop, and Twitch is already telling me we can't raid out. Why does it never let me raid this girl? Ugh. I swear. Every time I try to raid out to her anymore, it just goes, nope, sorry, can't do it. But, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. I highly recommend you guys go check out Zagarose. She is a lot of fun. She plays that marbles on stream, and it's very interactive with you guys. Until Wednesday, we will see you guys next time. Razor out.